So I'm doing this video to answer a question that I get quite often, and I think it should be very useful to anyone who's going through a difficult marriage. And so I'm answering it so that I can share this with anyone else who asks me that question. And that question is, why is it that my spouse is behaving in the way they are behaving? How come they are so mean to me? How come they're so unreasonable? Or how come they're just so cold? What's going on? I don't just understand why my spouse is doing what they're doing. It could be the husband, it could be the wife. And I've heard this question and over and over and over again. And I've answered the question over and over again. And so I want to take this time to do a video so that everyone that asks me this question can have an answer to it. And the reason is this. I know that you may not like the answer I'm about to give to you, but it will help you a lot. The reason that your spouse is behaving the way they are behaving is because they have a belief that you're doing something weird too. They have a story about you that is in their system, is in their head, and they are reacting to that story. Okay, so if they're mean to you, think they're mean to you, it's because they assume that there's something you're doing, something that you're thinking, something that you know or you're not doing that's making them behave the way they are behaving to you. To them, their behavior is very good, very normal. You are the one that are behaving in a strange way. That is the truth. Now, the reason why I say that is naturally humans, we act in ways that makes most sense to us. We act in ways that are most rational to us. And I can assure you, to your spouse, they think that they are behaving in a way that is very rational. They have a story that is in their head. It doesn't have to be correct. It doesn't have to be correct. They have it. And they're operating based off that, on that story. That's why they say what they say. That's why they do what they do. That's why your spouse may say, I don't want to stay in the marriage anymore. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I don't believe that this can work. This seems to be hopeless. Or they just shut down. They don't say anything. Whatever the way they are reacting, they have a narrative in their minds, in their heads. They believe it and they are responding to it. And so when you find that your spouse is behaving in a way that to you don't understand, is erratic, I think the best thing to do is to find out what that story is, whether it's right or wrong. And there's a way to find out. You figure it out by talking to someone who knows, who can listen to you and give you some ideas. Or if the person, your spouse, is still speaking, then you can listen. You can just really try to listen in an objective way, and you'll begin to hear some of these narratives, but you can't hear all of them, because when they say some, you get defensive. And when you're defensive, they stop. They're not going to tell you all the narratives that is in their head, whether they're true or not. It's not your problem to know whether they're true or not. For now, the first step is to know what they are. What do they think? If they think that you are mean, if they think that you're disrespectful, if they think that you don't love them, if they think that you're cheating on them, if they think that you are very too religious, it could be anything. It could be, they could think that you are ganging up with their family or your family against them. Any narrative, you don't know them, and you may not know all of them, and you may never know everything. But the best way to even begin to know this is, number one, to talk to somebody that can look at things objectively, because you cannot look at it objectively. You are so convinced that they are wrong. Something is wrong with them, so it's hard for you to find out. The second way is, if you can calm yourself down and you can get some help calming down and just listening, you can eventually hear them say what they think about you, the narrative that's in their head, the picture that they have built up over time based on what they think your reactions are. And because you're not talking, the communication is not going well, they have built up an image of you that is obviously wrong, but to them that's right, and so they're acting on that. So you want to then learn how to listen. You want to learn how to not react. You want to learn how to be calm and allow your spouse to say things. And once you can do that, number one, you get the attention because they're not used to you being so calm. So open to hearing, and so they're going to say some more, they're going to say some more, they're going to say some more. And then if you have someone that's standing with you, a coach that's working with you, has gone through a lot of all this and is not emotionally attached, will be able to say to you, yes, this is what they think about you. And then you can get a way to work things, a strategy to work on your relationship, and then you can move things forward. And of course, that's based on the truth that you already recognize that you're not submitting to God, or you are, and you want to fix that. Once you settle the part of submission to God, and then you can work on this second part where you calm yourself down and stop defending and start listening. You can easily work out a program, a system, a strategy to get the attention of your spouse and build friendship. So this is the answer to that question. It's a long answer to a short question, but it is important. It is so crucial to you having your sanity and being able to work, because if you're completely confused why someone is treating you the way they're treating you, and you don't know and you don't realize and accept that they're acting based on their own understanding of who you are, a wrong story, but a story not, you're not going to be able to fix the problem. You're not even going to be able to do much, because everything you do will always come back to that story that's in their mind. We need to change that story. And how to do that is to get to know the story, open it up, and once the story is open, then we can begin to fix it. All right, so that's the answer to that question, and I'm sure it will bless you. For those who are in the program, just go ahead, book a call. We're going to work on this and keep working on it until we get everything in place. The Lord bless you.